And we are back, everyone. Hi, welcome to HorrorBuzz Live. It's been a hot minute, and I'm sorry about that. We've been working on a few things behind the scenes that we can't announce yet. I'm sorry. But yes, cool things are coming. So tonight we're going to get through a bunch of different things. We have Lindsay, of course, here with entertainment. We have Chris here with as Mrflixter. He's going to share a video segment, and yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Also, if you like what you're seeing here, please just click like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Also, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, obviously, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, all that business. So forgive the shabby edges. We're getting back into the swing of things here. And with that, I am going to bring on Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay, how are you?
Oh my gosh, the witch is back. I am I'm good, and I know we talked a little bit about this in the green room, but I want to bring it up now because we did talk about this before the not so eternal rest, we'll call it, our little break that we took. But you have the Charlie Brown shirt on.
Yeah, my
So
sister
it's
Susan got
adorable
it
and I
for me.
love it. But this must mean that you are out of haunt mourning.
Yes.
Yes.
So as for everybody that doesn't know about it, I have this little rule. It's just my thing. It's just my thing. It's what I do. But after October 31st, on November 1st, of my Halloween paraphernalia, movies, attire, all that stuff, I pack it away until March 1st. I pack it away until March 1st because, frankly, it makes me sad that Halloween's over. Hey, Lisa, what's going on? It makes me sad that Halloween is over, and then I have my Christmas horror movies, obviously Black Christmas,
Obviously.
the original, not the other
Yes.
two
We
crappy.
don't mention those.
No, they're terrible. Anyway, so yeah, so I have those, but then at the beginning of the year, then I let myself start looking forward to watching Halloween stuff again, and I give myself a couple of months, and then March 1st, boom, there we
Okay,
are.
so have you
And,
watched It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown
oh my
yet?
God, yeah,
Of
March
course.
1st, I turned that
Okay.
thing on like
Okay.
right away, and I spray pumpkin smell. Yes, I like pumpkin spice. Yes,
Of
and
course you do. You're a haunt
well, you
baby.
know what?
Everybody likes
I'll
pumpkin
tell you who
spice.
doesn't is I think David Markland doesn't from Midsummer Scream. So I
He's
know.
like the king of Halloween and he doesn't
Or
like
maybe
pumpkin
wait,
spice.
I have to double check that with him, but the point is that there are some people that just don't like it, and that is cool. You're wrong, but it's
They
okay.
have the right to be wrong. Indeed, they
Yes,
do.
indeed, as Leonard Maltin said. So anyway, the point is that I like that little time to just kind of decompress, defrag. I'm so old. And just refresh and then start looking forward to Halloween again. Also, then it makes it so that I don't get tired of it. Um, watching my specials. And thanks to Jeff DePoli and his podcast, I've mixed the Garfield Halloween Adventure into my roster. So yeah, so it's Garfield's
Mhm.
Halloween Adventure. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie
Scooby-Doo?
Brown. No, not unless it's a Halloween episode.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
I do Garfield's Halloween Adventure, the Disney version of Ichabod Crane,
Mhm.
because come on, that's amazing. And then of course it's a Great Pumpkin. So those are the things I put on the
That's the holy
background.
trinity of specials.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
I
is anybody else out there with a little bit of a Halloween tradition? What do you like to watch every single year? Tell us. Tell us in the comments.
we wanna know, especially if it's something we don't know about, because we wanna know about it, and
Oh my God! And I forgot one other thing: the Paul Lynde Halloween special.
how could you forget that? I thought you were dressed as him one year for, like, or something like that. How could you
No,
forget?
I was dressed as
I know you
Dr.
were
Steve
Doctor what's his
Brule.
name? Yeah, I know.
for your health. Come
Yeah,
on.
I know, I know.
Anyway, so so listen, talk to us. Lindsay, it's April. We're barreling it's halfway basically
Yes.
to Halloween.
Yep.
What do we have going on that we can do?
Well, I'm, glad that we talked about your mourning period and your traditions because it's and I'm not mocking you because I agree a little bit. I mean, in April, that's when I start thinking like, "Okay, what am I gonna dress up as for Halloween, and how much crap can I buy?" And, that all starts in April for me, and we're not the only ones. The haunt community is ramping up, and we'll talk about that in a second. I'm gonna take a Zen breath like I always do because there is a ton to talk about. So
Totally thought that you were about to say Xanax, but keep going.
maybe in the coming weeks, if this calendar gets any more jam-packed, we may have to include that, and then we'll chase it with some candy corn because I'm a candy corn person, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. So,
Totally,
we'll
totally me too.
Oh,
Totally.
good,
No
good, see?
question.
So we'll start off with movies. We have a film coming to video on demand this Friday, and it's called God Forsaken. And it's about an indie filmmaker who travels back to his hometown to attend a childhood friend's funeral. And while at the wake, some weird stuff happens, and it seems like she rises from the dead. And so he rounds up some of his old pals, and they investigate the mysterious happenings, and they start to uncover some things about the town that are a little nefarious. And they come to realize that maybe not all miracles are holy. So that is God Forsaken, and that's coming to video on demand streaming platforms this Friday. And I wanted to highlight something for you guys. If you are not currently a Shudder subscriber, if we've talked about films that are on Shudder in the past, and you're like, yeah, but I already subscribed like a bunch of different things. I don't want to subscribe to another one. Right now, they are doing a halfway to Halloween month deal, like for the month of April, because it's the halfway to Halloween month. They're offering 50% off their streaming service for 6 months. So you can use the promo code HALF 2022 for half off your first 6 months. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shutter subscription is like $6 a month. So you can pay $3 for 6 months. You can get quality, awesome horror content for like 18 bucks. It's totally worth it. So if you're not a subscriber, check that out. And I wanted to take a second, one more Zen breath, and we are at that halfway point, or almost at that halfway point for Halloween. And the haunt community is starting to wake up and dust off the rust and the whatever else, and stretching out their spooky bones and getting things going. So a lot of different haunts all over the US are starting to offer halfway to Halloween events, themed events, just to kind of pepper and trigger people's interest. And what I've noticed is it seems like it's much more um, widely available, we'll say. And I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, that this is really indicative of what we've gone through in the past year and a half, 2 years now with this pandemic. And just the haunt community really wanting to come out swinging and provide people with wonderful, horrific entertainment that we can just mass consume. So I wanted to feature a couple different halfway to Halloween events that are happening that you guys can attend, and we can start haunt season now because the mourning period is officially over and we can look to haunt season. So here in California in Thousand Oaks, we've got the Reign of Terror. We have spoken about Reign of Terror I don't know how many times. Those guys are crazy. They're amazing. Everything they do is just top-notch quality stuff. And they are doing their own halfway to Halloween event on Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd. They are teasing all kinds of new features, creatures, and surprises. It's $30 for general admission, 55 for immediate access, and parking's free. You can purchase tickets online or at the door beginning at 6:30 the day of each event, and the tickets can be found at rothauntedhouse.com. So there's a different kind of event also that oh, yes, Norm.
Yeah, just to sorry to interrupt, but just to reiterate, it's worth the drive. It's totally worth that long drive.
Mhm.
Also, can you buy tickets online or
You can, yes, at rothauntedhouse.com. You can buy
just
them
do
online or at the
just
door.
yeah, just do it ahead of time.
Mhm. You
Also,
won't be sorry.
yeah, but also the last time I checked, they only take cash, and there's an expensive ATM nearby. So the point is, if you decide you're just gonna go there and, roll up with some money or roll up, and buy there the day up, roll up with some money. That's all. That's all I have to say.
That's a pro tip from a spooky pro. You heard it here. Buy them online or have cash. Cash is not king in the pandemic, but maybe that's different now. So you heard it here. And also this weekend, we're seeing some different events popping up because Easter is right around the corner. Why not take this family-oriented holiday and make it horrible and horrifying? I love it. I'm all about it. The Carnage Haunted House in Columbus, Ohio is doing Hidden, and they're calling it a haunted egg hunt experience. You hunt for eggs and we hunt for you. I'm obsessed with that. I love that. I think it's such a fun concept. They've got 2 different attractions that you can experience, and that's this weekend, April 8th and 9th, and the event starts at 7 and it runs until 10, I believe. General admission's 25 bucks, VIP's 35, and you have to buy tickets online for that, and you can get those at carnagehauntedhouse.com. And if you are a fan of 80s horror movies, then this is the event for you. And if you live in the Lithia Springs area in Georgia, then this is definitely for you, not to be missed. This is the Containment Haunted House. They're doing Spring Scream, and it's the revenge of the 80s, a tribute to 1980s horror. What an important time in horror history, and what a fun way to experience it live and in person. That's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 8 to 11 p.m. GA is 25 bucks, and if you want to skip the line, that's 45 bucks, and you have to buy those online too at containmenthauntedhouse.com. We also have Dread Hollow. They're in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they're taking the spring break to a whole new level, and they're turning it into Scream Break. So you can only imagine the mayhem that that is going to bring on. And that's from 8 to 10 p.m. on April 9th only. And it's 17 bucks, and you have to buy those online as well. And that's at dreadhollow.com. We also have some more Easter craziness happening at Factory of Fear in Moline, Illinois. That's April 8th and 9th. And this is Easter Mayhem, 7 to 11, 25 bucks. Have to buy them online, and it's at the QU Factory of Fear.com. Also, bringing out their spooky, scary Easter haunt is the Factory of the Dead in Saginaw, Michigan. Their GA is 25, VIP's 35, and it's their creepy Easter egg hunt. So if you are in that area and you want to hunt for some scary Easter eggs, check this out. April 16th from 8 to 11 p.m., and that's factoryofthedead.com. And rounding out our events here, we've got Fright Haven, and they are doing, I love this. I'm such a pun person when it's used right. And I feel like haunts always do the best puns. And this is no exception. Rotten Tails Revenge instead of Cotton Tails Revenge. I love that. I think it's so good. And they are in Stratford, Connecticut, and their haunt is going to be running April 15th and 16th. General admission's 25 and front of the line is 60. And you can get those tickets online at frighthaven.com. And last but definitely not least, we have Pinhead's Graveyard. They're in Canton, North Carolina, and they're doing the Bloody Egg Hunt and Haunt. So their eggs are bloody and they're filled with mystery items. And there's all kinds of prizes that you can win if you find the most eggs, etc. And you can take all kinds of pictures with the characters that they're going to have there. And that's running this weekend, April 8th and 9th. They have specific hunts that you have to sign up for. There's one at 7, one at 8, and one at 9, and it's 30 bucks per person. And you buy those tickets online at pinheadsgraveyard.com. So I just want to point out that this is only a small snippet of like the calendar from now through June, even into September. There's haunts all over the US that are working on things, planning things. promising things. They may not be rolled out yet, but they're talking about doing things. It's just such a joy to see all these wonderful haunts of all levels, home haunts, mid-level, professionals, whatever. They're all just coming out with such wonderfully creative things for us to enjoy, and it really is exciting to see.
Honestly, I second that. Um, but I do take issue as much as I love. Okay, first of all, I'm a huge fan of puns as well. But as much as I love Halloween and horror, uh, they don't have anything on the adult film industry. Just saying.
That's true.
Those puns are ridiculous.
That is
It
true.
then comes like, the Halloween stuff like and just saying, and I'm trying to be as, PG as I
It's
can,
as
but
family friendly as possible, but if you're ever
just
curious, you
I'm
can
telling you,
Google best adult film names and they'll come up and you can
oh
see them for
god, now we're
yourself.
gonna be demonetized even more.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, anyway, so yeah, seriously, I'm super excited to see all of these things popping up all over the country. And oh, a horror Easter egg hunt sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Uh, why we can't have that here? Okay. Oh well. Somebody do it, please,
Somebody do it.
locally in LA. Okay, excellent. And meanwhile, really quick, brand Unicorn Sisters says that's a cool Halloween. Cool. Brandy Powell Esperatu says that I have good taste. She says those the best Ichabod and Sleepy Hollow, of course.
Mhm.
And then of course Danny's here. Hi guys, or hey guys, back.
Hey, hey.
So we love our Danny.
We
Okay,
do.
so check it. So before Chris comes on, he actually has his own YouTube channel where he does something he calls Mrflixter, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So here is his video, his most recent video from his review for the movie X. Let's take a look at this one.
For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the most family-friendly film of the year. You can say that with a straight face. Roll the intro. Hello, world. I'm Chris Myceny, aka Mrflixter, and I'm here to talk motion pictures. So for today's episode, I'm extremely excited to express my love exuberantly for this extraordinary film experience, the new A24 slasher flick X. This is my spoiler-free review. Elsa and Bella approved.
You thought I was going to say another X word, didn't you? Well, I wouldn't want you to get exasperated.
So that's the reason why I decided to film this episode in the bedroom. X is the new A24 film, written and directed by Ty West. It's a slasher flick that's all about filmmaking, so to speak. It takes place in Texas in 1979, and it's about a handful of people that rent an isolated farmhouse just so they can secretly film an adult movie. Admittedly, I have a rather precarious relationship when it comes to A24, because some of their films I absolutely adore, and then some of their films I just absolutely hated. Like, oh, for me, they're just so hit and miss. I didn't really know what to expect. Now, in case you don't know, I love slashers. So I'm very particular when it comes to my slashers. Don't get me wrong, I love the cheesy campy stuff. Last year, we had some pretty amazing slashers, like Malignant. And then we had some pretty abysmal slashers too, like Halloween Kills.
We don't talk about Halloween Kills. No, 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 no.
Even though it takes place in Texas, it was actually filmed in New Zealand.
You could say he makes excellent use of the isolated setting.
There's actually a lot of callbacks to horror movies of the past that I noticed. It touches on Psycho, it touches on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it touches on Friday the 13th, and it touches on Scream. I also appreciated how the characters are very smartly written. Nobody does anything dumb just so the plot can progress further along. They all make logical decisions, and when characters act dumb for no reason, just like if characters are completely despicable, it can completely take you out of the movie. nothing's worse than when you're watching a movie and then like a half an hour into it, you're like, oh my god, just kill these people. The cast is phenomenal. They actually feel like real people because their exposition is delivered slowly in small doses over time, so it never feels like an overabundance of information. The cast includes Mia Goth as Maxine, Brittany Snow as Bobby Lynn, Kid Cudi as Jackson. I mistakenly thought Martin Henderson was Matthew McConaughey, and he plays the character Wayne. He's like the film's producer. Jenna Ortega plays the boom mic operator Lorraine, and Owen Campbell plays RJ, the film's director. And the score is perfection. All the songs they used actually came out in the 70s, which really makes a difference in a film. Now, don't get me wrong, there is plenty of sexually explicit material here, with equal opportunity full frontal nudity. But because of the way it's written and the way it's directed, they don't just take the easy way out by doing just all girls and gore. There's so much more to it than that. You can tell it's an A24 film because it's a real slow burn film. It takes its time to get where it wants you to go. But once you get there, it's amazing. It also has smart social commentary that actually makes you think. And another thing, it's super meta. It's poking fun at the horror genre, and it's poking fun at slashers, and it's poking fun at the adult film industry, and it's poking fun at people that watch all that stuff, and it's poking fun at everybody. Everybody. I can't stress this enough. I've never seen a film like this before. It's just so unique. So, my official grade is a 10 out of 10. I'm Chris Maitini. You can call me Mrflixter. And I just love talking motion pictures. Have a great day.
And without further ado, Mr. Flixter himself, Chris, what's up?
Hello, world. Thanks.
So you liked X, did you?
I loved it. I cannot stress that enough. Like, you have to see this movie. It's so good. I didn't really know what to expect going into it, but I was very pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
Well, Eric is on, and he says he totally agrees with your review of X.
It's Amantha, I think. The
right, but
comment.
the first one.
Oh, okay. Well,
wait a minute. Okay, wait. Times. Amantha, if this is you, knock 3 times. No, if the first thing in the chat says hi, it's Amantha, and the second one says I so agree with his review of X. It was so good. So. This is only Amantha. Well, there you go. We have Amantha Ryan of Horror Movie Night fame and so many other things as well. So yes. So X, there she goes. She knocked 3 times. We're good. I have a confession. I haven't seen it. So, but I know, but I keep hearing I need to go see it. So.
Don't feel bad. I have a confession too. I don't like pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I know.
We just made the same.
God,
you kicked him out.
That was so close. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God. Okay, do you like candy corn?
I do not.
No, okay, strike
goodbye.
2.
So
but I do have Halloween traditions. I usually start in August, and I have a little list that I go through every year. Last year, between August and December, I watched about 200 different horror movies because I just watch them back to back, all day, every day.
Wow.
Some of them include like the Nightmare on Elm Street series, the Scream series, Child's Play series, and then of course there's the Christmas ones, like Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a personal favorite of mine. That was like my gateway, my horrific origin. And then The Great Pumpkin, of course. Like all the ones you said are ones I watched too. There's another one too that I should mention in case you guys haven't seen it. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein. It's amazing.
That's a thing?
That's a
thing. I never even knew that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It came out in the 90s. Yeah, I watch it every year. It's so good.
Okay, I'm going to look that up. Also,
seriously.
I forgot another one. By the way, hi Jason. How's it going, buddy? Another one that I forgot was something that David Markland turned me on to, The Midnight Hour.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
The
Yeah, I don't know
Midnight
that one.
Hour. I think you can find it on YouTube, and it is an absolute 80s train wreck. And it is so it's so good. It's so good, and I loved it.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I watch that every year too.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, of course, that one's amazing. But yeah, so if you guys have any Halloween traditions of your own, let us know in the comments. But what, Lindsay? What else is coming out? This week or?
Yeah, this Friday it's Godforsaken. It's on VOD, and I don't know if you've seen it yet, Chris, or if you have any intention of watching it. It's a paranormal horror film, so if that's in your wheelhouse, then everybody can check it out. I don't know if it's good. I haven't seen it.
I think we have a review up on the site, so check that first.
So
and then...
check that out first. Maybe.
I haven't seen it,
that as your
but I
guide.
do plan on watching it. Yeah, for sure. I love Shudder too, by the way. I have a subscription myself. It's so good. Like she said before, it's totally worth it. So if you guys don't have it, you should check it out because they have so much stuff. They even have like by category. You can watch like slashers, there's paranormal, there's like horror, comedy, action. Like they have everything. Everything.
Well, Shudder's good, but another cool service that I needed to make sure I mentioned was Dark Matter TV has, a bunch of movies that you can watch for free with ads, or you can pay for a paid subscription and get them without the ads. Yes, we did an ad swap, so I made sure to mention them. They're really cool people, and yeah, check them out. So there you go.
Awesome.
That was the not so subtle commercial. So there you go.
But at least it's good quality commercial, right? It's not
like
it's to
not
have
the
Ron
progressive
Popeil.
commercial for like the 100th time in a row when you don't pay for the ad-free Hulu like me.
You're like, oh my god, this again.
Do you guys? Does anybody remember those insurance commercials? Beth had quite a scare. She had, that one about the insurance. They had me filling out forms up to here. Sign there, sign that, sign here, sign there. It's tough when you're worried. And all along, anyway. So I knew. Anyway, I like infomercials. It's okay. So yeah, so we've got the Reign of Terror coming up. We've got Godforsaken going on. You can see X in theaters right now. Yeah, I mean, there's enough to do, right?
There's much
plenty to do.
Yeah,
there's so much.
Yes. And of course, in the description, I'm going to make sure to put links to Mrflixter's stuff. But yeah, it's a good time. So you should go check out his channel. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
Ladies first.
Just you guys, I can't impress enough how excited I am. Well, number one, to be back here with these two hoodlums, and number two, to be seeing all of the things that are coming out. It just, everybody go out and support your local haunt. It's like tip your bartender, tip your haunt people, because they work so hard to give us so many good, wonderful things. Support your local arts. The world is opening up, so we need to just continue to work towards getting back to normal and getting back to supporting the things that matter, i.e. horror and haunts.
Get out there. So, Chris?
I just want to say thank you for having me. It feels great to be back. I'm really excited for the new horror season coming up. We're halfway to Halloween. Can you believe it? Like, I can't even believe it. It just flew by like that, eh?
I know.
And,
I know.
Make sure you check out my channel. I also write reviews on Medium, so I put a link there for that too. And cool. Thanks for having me back. I really appreciate being part of the team.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. All right, guys, listen, we got to bounce, but thank you for watching, and we will see you in the fog.
watching.